Well, what's up there, guys? Brian here at 3TG, here to give you another episode of my weekly Q&A show, Top People's Questions, where I answer all the questions that have been sent to me over the past week. We absolutely have a significantly shorter episode this time around because I only have about 4 questions for this particular video. I did receive more questions, but a good majority of them were either pretty simple, so I answered them in the comment section, or in 2 cases, I believe someone kind of already knew the answers, so they answered the questions for me. So you know who you are, and I thank you for that. So now we're gonna have to work with these 4 questions, but I do think they are quite interesting, especially one question which goes a little bit personal. So heck, I really like those type of questions. So starting off with the first question coming from Demetrius Puffer, and you want to know, what were my thoughts on how Capcom gave us the answer for how Dante escaped the demon world in a novel that was exclusive to Japan only? The well, I'm a little bit puzzled why they would keep it Japan only, but I did happen to see a couple of videos that kind of translate what happened. And the explanation that they gave us, I thought was a little cheap. Spoilers for those that don't know. Basically, all that happened was that Dante was just wandering through the demon world, and then just some portal opened up, and he was back in the real world. So yeah, apparently these portals are pretty common, and it's pretty easy for a demon to cross over into the human world. I think that was kind of a cheap explanation, but heck, you know, it's Capcom. I mean, you know, they've been on a roll, but not every department of Capcom is excellent, so, you know, I guess we can't complain too much. Next question comes from Young Y. Yes, Young Y. They want to know, what Mortal Kombat guest character would I want to see and why? Oh, that's easy. I would love to see Spawn. Yeah, Spawn would be great, because when we think about guest characters, like, we've had Freddy, we've had Jason, we've had Alien, we've had Predator. Spawn would just seem like his arsenal of weapons, his character, the fact that he enjoys killing people. I think he would make an excellent character in Mortal Kombat, and he has supernatural powers, so yeah, I think Spawn would be a perfect candidate to be a guest character in Mortal Kombat. Next question comes from Silver Leonhardt 2099. You want to know, in the entire Final Fantasy franchise, which version of a summon do I think is the strongest, or is just my personal favorite in general? Well, overall my favorite summoning of all time is obviously Bahamut, or Bahamut, depending on your pronunciation. And I think, without question, my favorite version of him is in Final Fantasy X. I just love his overall design. I like that he's decent size, and I think my favorite aspect of his design is he has that ring on his back, and when he performs a Mega Flare, it kind of like charges up like an engine, and I really like that. And you know, I don't know, every time I see it, I can't help but do a Kamehameha, because it just has that look. Just has that really awesome look. It's like just awesome. Great, just love it. And the last question of the episode is perhaps my favorite question that I've had in a while, which tactically I think I've answered in a couple of videos, but I like, you know, always going over the story. It comes from Will Williams, and you want to know, how old was I when I started my YouTube channel, and what inspired me to do so? Okay, well, I started my channel in January of 2012, which made me 21 at the time. And what inspired me to do so was mainly because at that point, you know, at age 21, I was just kind of depressed. And I can say, you know, even after 7 years, I'm still kind of depressed about things. But what mainly inspired me was I just kind of wanted to just try something different. I mean, I had been out of college for some time, and, you know, I had a deadbeat job at Walgreens, and I didn't really have any friends, and there was a specific YouTuber who you guys, you know, if you've been watching my channel long enough, you know who I'm talking about. After watching their channel for a little bit and just seeing what their content was and then what they did, and I figured, you know what, that would be kind of something to do. I mean, it's not that hard, and so, you know, I just took some of my money, saved it up, bought a really cheap camera, which I think I still have, and just started recording videos, and that's pretty much how it started. So basically, it was the the driving force was the need to want to just try something different, because at that point I wasn't really doing anything. So I kind of wanted to have a new hobby, and I kind of wanted a chance to at least attempt to be a little bit more outgoing and to be able to socialize with people more often. And in the long haul, I think it helped, and I think it helped me get over a number of fears that I had when I was in high school. So that's just the quick answer. I mean, I can go into more detail if you're interested, but that's just the quick and simple version as for when I started my YouTube and what were the basic elements of what influenced me to start doing my channel. And with that said, that is basically the 4 questions that I was given. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer in the next episode, be sure to type them in the comments down below. But I'll give you a little bit of advice. If you want to ensure that your question gets answered in a video rather than in the comment section, unless you want that, have a little bit more detail so that I can go more in depth. I don't really like answering questions that have just like one simple word answer for a video. I can do that in the comment section. So if you want me to, answer it in the video, just have it have a little bit more depth. That pretty much almost guarantees that you'll get your question in the next video. But also make sure you get your questions into me before noon of Wednesday, because that's usually when I start filming. And yeah, that's pretty much all I need to say. So again, I want to thank the 4 of you guys for sending your questions. I also want to thank the rest of you that sent your question that answered in the last comment section. I will see you next time, and I hope you have a great day.